We should be live here soon. And we're live, baby. We're live. Let's go. Let's send a message out. And I'm going to go live on Instagram in a sec. That should be live here soon. 1 second here. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Okay, we're almost live here, guys. 1 sec. All right, guys, here we go. We are now live. I'm going to update the chat here to make sure it's dialed in. 1 sec. Okay. Looking good, looking good. I'm going to go ahead and pop this out. And let's go. And we're on. Everything's on. We got our, okay, we're public. Old Mean Lady, thank you. Only got the message from YouTube is not because the notification is subscribe to your channel and the bell is no. Oh, wow. Good to know. Thanks for letting me know on that. I got to figure out what that's all about. And we got everything else dialed in here. I'm not getting notifications on my iPad or phone. YouTube is shadow banning you and you're not even big of a You know, I've been having to deal with this kind of stuff on and off for a while, so it's all good. I'll figure it out. We'll get there. Nurse, what is happening? Good to have you. Good to have you. I'm looking at my stream settings right now. We're gonna go through. We got Trump did a press briefing. I want to just get on live with you guys and do this together, have a little fun. And we'll check out what he says. iPhone never sends notifications. Yep. We got a couple different issues, I guess, with notifications. I'll work on it and see what's up. We got a few updates. So we'll see how that goes. Did a fun interview this morning. That was good. That was good times. That was crazy, that dude. I'm going to start this off. Let's get Trump out. He's always a good time. So wow, it's a little fun, and then we'll go from there. I changed my name from go. Okay, got a gendered name so you'd stop calling me. Okay, yeah, gotcha. I also can't double tap. Huh? Okay, good to know. I got to figure out what that's all about. Because my stream is dialed in, my numbers are right, and we're public. Everything else looks like it's good. We'll see what happens. You know, I had a live stream that I tried to do on Sunday, and it didn't go as planned because I didn't get served. There were so many people in that protest that there was no cell service. So it is what it is. We got through it anyway. We got a lot more to do. And I'm glad to be back in the saddle. We're going to get going. So let's do this. Let's get started. Let's have Trump. Let's laugh a little bit.
Wow, that's a big crowd. It's a lot of people. I think it's like a record.
I love it.
These are accomplishments. We have a lot of accomplishments. And
I'm sure you guys might have seen. Have you guys seen this? Curious nurse and I'm just gonna call you lady. So let me know if you guys seen this, but if not, it's all good. We'll go through and have fun with it together.
as you know, this is the anniversary, first anniversary. January 20th, and it's been an amazing period of time. We have
Oh, wow.
a book that I'm not going to read to you, but these are the accomplishments of what we've produced.
Oh yeah, he's showing the accomplishments, and then I saw an Instagram post of one of the accomplishments was about Joe Biden, and it was you saw it live. It was amazing. Oh yeah, right on, Chicago. Right on, right on. I'm gonna pull up what they wrote about Biden in this thing. So we'll pull that up. Have a little fun with that, dude. I'm at 99,900 on Instagram. About to hit 100K. Wow, what a challenge it was to get up to 100K on Instagram. What a challenge. Hell yeah, celebrating good times. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see if we can find that post. You know, I think it was it Harris? I think it was Harris that had it. Let me pull him up. I think this is what it was. Let's pop this in and let's go. I think it was him. Trump loves to talk about what a good job. Yeah, it was good. I saw this. I was laughing my ass off because he wrote about Biden and he put in there something. What was it he put in there, dude? I want to. Where is it, dude? Where is this post about Biden in there? Oh, too bad I can't find it right now. Well, we're about to watch it anyway, so let's go.
All page after page after page, individual things. I could stand here and read it for a week and we wouldn't be finished. But we've done more than any other administration has done by far in terms of military, in terms of ending wars, in terms of completing wars. Nobody's really seen very much like it. I think it's appropriate that because Minnesota is so much in the fray, and I say to my people all the time, and they're so busy doing other things, they don't say it like they should. They're apprehending murderers and drug dealers and a lot of bad people, and these are just some of the more recent ones that we have, and I can show you some of the people, vicious, many of them murderers. These are all out of Minnesota, just Minnesota. I say, why don't you talk about that more? Because people don't know. Do you want to live with these people?
No, I'm good.
International murder.
I don't want to live with them.
These are people that they're apprehended and either put in jails in their country from where they came, and the countries respect us, and so they actually put them there. In the old days, they didn't respect our country. Biden wouldn't do this because he let them all in. You know, if you didn't have open border policies of Biden, none of this, all of the time that we spend talking about Minnesota and everything else, most of them are coming from out of the country. And it's been caused by a previous administration. Look at this, one after one. Boy, these are rough characters. These are all criminal, illegal aliens that, in many cases, they're murderers, they're drug lords, drug dealers, they're the mentally insane. There's some of them who are brutal killers, they're mentally insane. They're killers, but they're insane. These are just in Minnesota. California, it's worse. In other states, it's worse. No, Minnesota, the crime is incredible. The financial crimes are incredible. And the problem is because of the agitators and insurrectionists, whatever you want, troublemakers, but they're paid agitators and insurrectionists. Mm-hmm. Nobody talks about the fact that $19 billion at a minimum is missing in Minnesota, given to a large degree by Somalians. They've taken it. Somalians. Can you imagine?
Somalians.
And they don't do it. A lot of very low IQ people.
I agree, dude. I'll take a narcissist over a sleeping president every day, all day long.
They don't do it. Other people work it out, and they get them money, and they go out and buy Mercedes Benzes, and they come from here. They have no money. They never had money. They never had a life. They never had a government. They never had a country, because there's basically no country. Somalia is not even a country. They don't have anything that resembles a country. And if it is a country, it's considered just about the worst in the world. They come here and they become rich and they don't have a job. I was told that Ilhan Omar is worth $30 million. She never had a job. She's a crooked congressman. So here's another one.
Holy shit. I didn't watch this, you guys. This is good. I missed the good one, dude. I was doing an interview while this was happening. I would have been on this. This was good. $30 million. Like, dude, I got to hear this again.
About the fact that $19 billion at a minimum is
Somalian.
missing in Minnesota, given to a large degree by Somalians. They've taken it. Somalians.
Look
Can
at
you
how he
imagine
moves his hand on his chest.
in Minnesota,
Somalians.
given to a large degree
Look.
by Somalians. They've taken it. Somalians. Can you imagine?
I love it.
And they don't do it. A lot of very low IQ people, they don't do it. Other people work it out, and they get them money, and they go out and buy Mercedes Benzes, and they come from here. They have no money. They never had money. They never had a life. They never had a government. They never had a country, because there's basically no country. Somalia is not even a country. They don't have anything that resembles a country. And if it is a country, it's considered just about the worst in the world. They come here and they become rich and they don't have a job. I was told that Ilhan Omar is worth $30 million.
This is my favorite part so far that he said in Chicago. You're totally right.
She never had a job. She's a crooked congressman.
She never had a job. She's a crooked congresswoman.
So here's another one.
Wow.
And I have, oh, by the way, we just took out, these are all what ICE is doing. And it's a dangerous job. These are rough people. Weapons. This one here is very bad. I'm going through this because I think we have plenty of time. I'm going to beautiful place in Switzerland, where we'll be, I'm sure I'm very happily awaited for. In Switzerland, they don't know about this. They don't have this problem. They have other problems, but they don't have this problem. Look, killed somebody. Look, and these are rough people. These are not, this was all allowed into our country through open borders. These dumbest policies, you know, men and women's sports is dumb. But to me, having an open border for the world to come in, drug dealers and prisoners, Venezuela, as an example, opened their prisons into the United States. That's why, one of the reasons I felt so strongly against Venezuela. Now, I'm loving Venezuela.
I love that. Miss Medi just walked in and she's like, you know, it's Trump's 1 year, right? I'm like, yeah. She's like, make sure you tell them. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they know. That's why we're wearing the hat, guys. It's his 1 year. We're so glad he's back. We're so glad he's back. And guess who else is back? Now that he's back, America is back. We're back, bro. We're back, baby. We're back. What up, Louis? America is back, bro. Let's go.
They've been working with us so well. It's been so nice. And an unbelievably nice woman also did a very incredible thing, as you know, a few days ago. We're talking to her, and maybe we can get her involved in some way. I'd love to be able to do that. Maria, maybe we can do that. But we're dealing with the people and the president and all of the people in Venezuela, and we've been doing great. The oil companies are getting ready to make massive investments there. They have more oil than even Saudi Arabia. There you go. These are real
Wow.
These are rough.
He brought
ones.
everything.
This
He
is
brought all
all
the receipts,
Minnesota,
dude.
every one of them.
He brought
this is
everything
one state out of many. And these people are, let's see, yeah, these are all, so far, people that came from outside of the country. They were allowed in by Sleepy Joe Biden, Crooked Joe Biden, whichever you like. You can call him whatever you like. They're both right. He's sleepy and he's crooked. He was the worst president we've ever had.
I heard he called him grifter on his little notebook of, not little, his big, thick notebook of achievements. He called Biden, I think, grifter, right? I'm trying to pull it up. I'm trying to find it.
And we've had some bad ones, too. I can tell you, all you have to do is look at trade. You're not getting bored with this, right? I hope you don't. But these are people that you have to see. Strong arm rape, aggravated assault with a weapon, and many other crimes. Gang member, known as one of the toughest people around. These are tough people. So this is what the people are trying to protect, because all ICE wants to do is get them out of our country.
Yep.
Bring them to prisons and jails and mental institutions from where they came. That's all they want to do.
Yep.
They're patriots, and they have to be abused by guys like Don Lemon, who's a loser, lightweight. I saw him the way he walked in that church. It was terrible. I have such respect for that pastor. He was so calm. He was so nice. He was just accosted. What they did in that church was horrible yesterday. Look at it.
What a
24
loser.
convictions.
Don Lemon, dude.
24 times convicted. They're not charges. These are convictions. So he comes from outside the country. Do you think he's going to be good here? He's convicted 24 times. He's going to be good here, right? It doesn't work that way. It's a man murder. It's one of many. One of many. All they want to do is get him out. They want to take him out of our country. And we're met with paid agitators and insurrectionists, troublemakers. They're paid. You know, when the woman was shot, I felt terrible.
I saw No Taxing with Jackson. She said no. What did she say exactly? She said no due process when they came in, no due process when they get out. When we take them out.
Terribly about that.
Now, of course, we're giving them good due process, but I get the sentiment. Like, you want to bum rush our country and bullets into our country, then we should be able to throw you out just as fast as you came in.
And I understand both sides of it.
Literally, bro. Get them all out of here.
When she was shot, there was another woman that was screaming shame, 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 right? You saw it. So loud. She was like a professional opera singer. She was so loud and so professional. She wasn't a woman that was hurt, like, oh, my heart's injured. She was a professional. She's shame, shame. She's screaming shame, shame. I said, that's not a normal person. That's a professional. These are professional agitators and professional people that want to see our country do badly. But that's not happening because we have the hottest country anywhere in the world, despite this stuff. Look at this. All top of the line criminals. They're not going to be good. They're not going to be well behaved here. I could do thousands. We had over 3,000 in the last fairly short while. Just in Minnesota. What's the number, Carol?
10,000.
10,000.
10,000 criminals arrested in Minnesota alone.
10,000 criminals. And these are serious criminals. Now, how can a place with 10,000 criminals, how can you have a state? And yet they're fighting us. Yeah, I like that guy. He keeps nodding to me. You agree with me, I guess. I like him. I don't know who he is, but I like him. He keeps nodding. He says, you're right. He's obviously a little on the right side, maybe. Look. These are rough ones.
Yep.
So we just took this off a stack.
I think you're right. I think it was Lady that was saying it earlier that I'm somehow shadow banned. It happens once in a while. They shadow ban me. Maybe it's happening for a couple of days. It's like a 2-3 day thing they do sometimes. Because right now I would typically have 1,000 to maybe sometimes 2,000 viewers at the same time, and we're only at 6. So that's a pretty clear sign that something is up. You guys didn't get notifications, and I'm probably not hitting the YouTube, the explore page or whatever you call that for YouTube.
Like this, like I could go 30 times what I'm showing you now. Relations with Hezbollah,
Yeah.
that's nice. Why do we allow them in our country? I'm just looking at these charges. It's just pretty incredible.
What's
many
up, Jennifer?
murders, many murders. People that murdered.
What's up? What's going on? Good to have you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is. You got the notification, but I had a hard time getting here. When you get a notification, you should be able to just easily get there. AJ's back. What's up, AJ? He says he got the never got a notification and had to actually do a search, bro. Glad you did and joined, bro. Good to have you. Good to have you.
So what ICE does, and Border Patrol is incredible, too. I mean, Paul Perez and that group is incredible. Mostly Hispanic, by the way. They're like 60% Hispanic. You know, they talk about Hispanic. They're mostly Hispanic, right? And they're unbelievable people. And then they say, oh, we discriminate against. I love Hispanic. They are unbelievable. Entrepreneurial. They have everything. I did great. I did the highest. Nobody ever got numbers like I got from the standpoint of being a Republican. But even if you look at Texas, I won the entire border along Texas, between Texas and Mexico. It never happened before. Nobody's ever done that before. I did it. As a Republican, I did it. I love the Hispanic. And they accuse us of all sorts of things. 60% of the people we're talking about, they're the best people we have, and they're Hispanic. The Border Patrol is largely Hispanic. ICE is largely Hispanic. They're unbelievable people. I don't know how they can take the abuse. They're taking rough people like this, like all of them. We have 10,000 at least. I could have done 10,000 of them. You're lucky I only did like 100. And this isn't even the worst of the group. They have murderers. They have some people we can't use their picture for legal reasons, but they're up for murder in their own country. And we jeopardize their case. When we send them back and we coordinate with other countries. A tremendous amount of work. All allowed in here by an open border policy of the worst president in the history of our country. A man that didn't win the election, by the way, it was a rigged election. Everybody knows that now. And by the way, numbers are coming out that show it even more plainly.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more evidence of that. Yep. AJ, all good, bro. Good to have you, man, even if it's for a little bit.
We caught him. So I just want you to know that it's a terrible thing. Here's the book on accomplishments, and this is something. Ooh, I'm glad my finger wasn't in that sucker. That could have done some damage, but you know what? I wouldn't have shown the pain. I would have gone back. What, did you hear that? That was nasty. But I would not have shown the pain. I would have acted like nothing happened as my finger fell off. That was nasty. I think somebody did that.
You gotta love it, man. It's like you're hanging out with Trump. It's not like your typical president where they just come up and say what they're told to say or what, it's cut and dry. It's just super like dry and scripted. He's just, dude, he comes up, he kind of hangs out with you. It's authentic. He's being himself. He speaks his mind. I'm sure he's got a teleprompter somewhere, but Dude, it's just good, man. He's a normal person like you and I. That's the great part about it.
I think it was him. It was my man. How were you? You didn't do it. I know you did. I know you didn't. So, but here's the book. These are all things we have. I'm going to read a few of the samples, but look at this. These are all, each line is something that we did. Nobody did that.
Okay, this is the one that this is the one that he came and he gave to all the press in the room. I think he gave everyone a copy of it or something like that. And then I saw this circulating online on IG, I think, where one of the lines on it was, you know, the grifter something did this, President Biden. So I was trying to find it, but I couldn't pull it up.
That before, and it's big stuff too. Look, we have the hottest country in the world.
Oh, here we go. Now I just put it live on Instagram too. Right now, we just went live on Instagram. What's up, guys? On Instagram, welcome.
So,
dude, I'm literally gonna hit 100K on Instagram right now, probably before this night's over.
Oh, I will read you a few. We ended Biden's stagflation. We were in stagflation.
Stagflation. I love that. He's just gonna see. If you look, here's the number at the top of the screen. You can see that 99,900, about to hit 100K, guys. Is it 100K yet? Almost, dude. Almost 100K on Instagram. Pretty cool. Got a lot going on. Probably it could be part of the reason why I got shadow banned, or I don't know what it is, man. I'm talking about Iran a little bit, talking about kind of the atrocities that are going down there, but it's all good. We're back, bro. We're back, and here we go.
That's a disaster. That's far worse than inflation. As you know, he had the biggest inflation in the history of our country. They say 48 years. Pick your choice. But they had the biggest inflation in the history of our country. We had.
They did. If you guys are not aware, we had the biggest inflation in the last for the last 50 years. So under Biden's inflation was over 9%, and that was we haven't had 9% inflation ever since like 45, 50 years ago. Hello from Instagram, guys. I'm hearing from you guys are in South Africa, Texas, Australia, and all this kind of stuff. Good to have you guys. Welcome. And away we go, bro. Guys, we're about to hit 900,000 on Instagram. So looking forward to that too. Let's go.
We have it right down to a normal number now. We're going to get it even a little bit lower.
What is this? Someone says, talk about our new hate speech law in Australia. Dude, Australia is such a joke. They had that whatever shooting that was it the Muslim guy? The shootings at you know where they were shooting Jews in Australia, and as a result of that, the leadership in Australia they wanted to increase the ban on guns and make it even harder to own guns. What a joke!
Created super high. What we've done with growth is incredible. We created super high.
I say it right now to Iranians. I already put a reel out. I already put a couple of videos out for Iranians, bro. I said it like they need the Second Amendment. If the Iranian people had the Second Amendment, then their government could not do this tyrannical shit to them. That's the bottom line. They need Second Amendment. You know, that's why we here in America can stand up for ourselves. We have the Second Amendment, and it's for that reason.
High economic growth, and America is booming. It's booming. There are thousands of businesses right now that are being built. Many of the biggest factories in the world are being built right in our country. They're not going to other countries. They're leaving other countries. Fourth quarter GDP is on track to pass perhaps much more than 5% growth, and that's despite the fact that we had a Democrat shutdown. They shut down our country, and we had.
That's amazing. Even though they shut down for the longest shutdown in the history of our country, still we have a badass economy, and 2026 is going to be even better. The further we get into 2026, we have, guys, a phenomenal year ahead of us. So get your ducks in a row, get yourself dialed in. We're going to have good rates. People in mortgage and in finance and all that kind of stuff, they're going to have a great year. Lots of people are going to have a great year. Rates are going down. All kinds of stuff is happening. All kinds of manufacturing is coming back to America. All kinds of plants are being built here. Dude, we got Toyota, we got NVIDIA, we got all this. We got a lot to look forward to. Stupid Labor Party power of Australia. Yeah, Australia's got a major issue. So not only Australia, but England, bro. England, France, Canada. Dude, you super woke, super nutty countries are getting hosed. Canada, Australia, France, England. These four. America was on this list, was going to be number 5. And we got our way out, dude. We got out of it, bro. We got out of it. Thank you, AJ. If we didn't elect Trump this last election, wow, bro, we'd be screwed. And so would the rest of the country. I'm sorry, the rest of the world. What's up, guys? What's up, everybody? Arash, what's up, dude? What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining, bro. Here we go.
At 5%, nobody's in this room.
We got Trump, and Trump is funny as hell right now, bro. He's amazing. Yeah, I mean, dude, the guy is low-key a comedian, bro.
Has ever heard about 5%. I think it could be 20% if we do it right. If we don't, every time we have good numbers, they raise interest rates. You shouldn't. In the old days, if you had good numbers, they'd lower interest rates, or they wouldn't do anything. Here, they try and kill it. They always try and kill success. Over the last 20, 25 years, that's the way. In the old days, if you had good numbers, the market would go through the roof. Today, if you have good numbers, the market goes down. But by the way, we've had the best stock market in history, the best 401ks in history, and we inherited a mess. The numbers that we inherited were way up, and now we brought them, almost all of them, way down. We brought them way down. I mean, I'm not getting. Maybe I have the bad public relations people, but we're not getting it across. We inherited high numbers and we brought them way down. And look at gasoline. They have places in the country now, $1.99 a gallon. $1.99, $2.30, $2.50. I guess the average now they're saying is $2.31. I mean, he was at $4.50 and $5 for periods of time. And he went back to the Trump formula, but he didn't do it properly, and he really went back to parts of it because you would have had $8 gasoline if they didn't, but he didn't.
We were on a bad road with gasoline, bro. Here in America, in California, it's still high. My gas has been a little bit over $5 a gallon for 91 octane or 92 or whatever you call it. Now it's about $4.79 or something like that, $4.90 depending on where I go. Someone on Instagram is saying, please stop property taxes on property we own. Florida started this trend, and I would love to have it for the rest of the country. But Trump can do whatever he wants. But dude, this Gavin Newsom in California, man, we're screwed. They won't. Like, for example, Trump did away with taxes on tips, so no taxes on tips. But guess what? California is not jumping on board. So your federal tax is going to be no tax on tips for your federal income tax, but for your California income tax, if you're in California, you're still going to have tax on tips. And your California tax, yes, you guessed it, is way higher than your federal tax.
Do it properly. You had people that didn't know what they were doing. Core inflation for the last 3 months is 1.6%. 1.6. Their core inflation was so high that nobody could even calculate it. Under Biden, real incomes declined $3,000. Think of that, $3,000. That's a year. In 12 months, Trump real incomes went up by $2,000 and $3,000 and even in some cases $5,000. It's a tremendous difference. Stock market has set 52 all-time record highs during the course of the 11 months, because this was done on 11 months. Now we are actually officially 12 months as of today.
How's it?
52 all-time record highs. That means 401ks did great. I have people see me all the time, policemen that guard us really well, and got to know them a little bit. And they said, sir, you're making me look so good. My 401k is through the roof. My wife thinks I'm the greatest genius. that I'm a financial genius, like Warren Buffett. He told me that. He said, I think they have better returns than Warren Buffett right now. But he said, all my life, my wife has been criticizing me for not being smart financially. Now, all of a sudden, she loves me more. But we added $9 trillion in value to retirement accounts.
Look at this. In Instagram, someone's Lisa says we have between 1,000 to 3,000 immigrants entering daily into Australia. Cost of living is nuts. Now Australians are waking up to the horrors of wide open borders and just let anyone and everyone into the country, and so that doesn't work. You don't have a country if you do that.
Saving many people. I mean, they were going out of business. Think of it. We added $9 trillion of value to retirement accounts, savings accounts, and 401ks. That's during the course of 12 months. And I think it's probably 11 months because I don't think they have it for the 12. They have it for the 11. Added $9 trillion of value. Lifted more than 1.2 million Americans off food stamps in 1 year. They would have had another 1.2 million. We would have had, welfare would have gone up. And instead of investing $18 trillion in our country, now it's probably more than that, but $18 trillion and having thousands of plants being built all over the country, you would have had thousands of plants closing all over the country, and you would have had disinvestment, and you would have had welfare going way up. If you look at SNAP, take a look at SNAP, what happened with
AJ, you said you're breaking or giving an update. Did you give the update? Did I miss something? Or was it the 100K? I don't think did I hit 100K? I don't think I did. Did I? Is it 100? Almost. But you're saying that UK gave themselves to China. Bro, UK gave themselves up to everyone. UK just laid down and said, here, go at it. They just went nuts, bro. Oh, my God. Brother, all their biggest cities, the mayors or the people, whoever's running their biggest cities are Muslim. The biggest cities. Which update did you give?
With that, was it $7 billion? And it came out to over $51 billion. Nobody has ever seen anything like it. The past administration, they had no clue. Or they were really bad, but they basically had no clue. But they did have a concept. I mean, they're still trying to sell the idea of men playing in women's sports. You saw that in the Supreme Court. I mean, some of those justices were fighting for them, too. They were fighting for them. But you saw that just the other day in the Supreme Court. Men playing in women's sports doesn't work. Secured a record-breaking $18 trillion in commitments for new investments.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you gave that update. I didn't know. No, I don't think I read that already. He says B-52 bombers have deployed to Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. Wow. Dude, things could go down while we're on live, bro.
Investments, Apple, NVIDIA, SoftBank, Oracle, TSMC, Johnson & Johnson, Eli Lilly, and
damn, fighter jets too, bro. We're looking at dude, it could. I gotta keep my eyes open for anything else that's on, just in case something goes down right now. I'm gonna keep looking around. I'm gonna look around. I love the sound of that, bro.
Company, Micron, AstraZeneca.
So if we got B-52 bombers deployed, and this just happened, so we also got fighter jets deployed. So that means that we could be at the verge of something happening in Iran. Yeah, exactly. Look at me smile, dude. I was waiting for that. We're waiting on the USS Abraham. I think it's close, bro. Isn't it supposed to be here already? What's up, guys? Hello to everyone joining us on Instagram. Sahar, how you doing? Good to see you. Ehsan, everybody. What's happening, guys? Good to have you. Dude, we're just hearing news right now that B-52 bombers and some fighter jets are in the skies. What a day to be alive. Let's go.
General Motors, Hyundai, Ford,
Thank you,
Honda,
Carolyn.
GE Aerospace, many, many others. I left a Ford plant a week ago in Michigan that
You're saying couple days? Ooh, okay. Well, we'll see.
they were going to close.
Maybe we have fighter jets and B-2 bombers in the sky just to see what the reaction would be, just to kind of test it out and see what's up. I don't know.
2 years ago, and now they just announced that they're going 24 hours around the clock making cars. Tariffs did it. I don't know what the Supreme Court's going to do. I think to me it reads so plainly. Couldn't be plainer. You're allowed to do a license. Tariff is probably less severe than what a license could be. But think of it. You're allowed to do a license, and then they have a clause at the end, something to
I love when he says, think of it. Think of it. Think of it.
the effect, or what is necessary, something to that effect.
Get
And what is
Trump,
necessary
bro.
was tariffs. I don't know
Love it.
where there's
Let's
a case
go.
even there, but we've taken in hundreds of billions of dollars, and if we lose that case, it's possible we're going to have to do the best we can in paying it back. I don't know how that's going to be done very easily without hurting a lot of people. But
Hell
we're
yeah,
waiting for
AJ.
that case
Let's go, bro.
anxiously,
Let's
and we
go.
have tremendous national security because of tariffs and tremendous income. You know, we have, and by the way, no inflation. So everyone said, oh, tariffs will cause inflation. We have no inflation. We have very little inflation. Biden had inflation, and he didn't do tariffs. We had a huge problem. We have a 62% reduction in our trade deficit. So if you had a 1% reduction, a normal president would have a 1%, 2% reduction. Everybody would be high-fiving.
If they have a reduction.
Had a 62% reduction. Next year we won't have a trade deficit.
Wow.
We secured most favored nations agreements to slash drug prices by as much. And to me, I think this might be the biggest thing of all.
It is a big shift. It's a big global shift. The bad actors across the globe are getting pointed out. The magnifying glasses are out, and they're under the magnifying glass for all the bad actors around the world. We already cleaned up Venezuela. We're about to clean up Cuba. We're about to clean up Nicaragua. It's going down, guys. So we're cleaning up the house. We're about to clean up Iran. You know what happens when we clean up Iran? That ends up cleaning by itself. That just by us cleaning up Iran is going to clean up the whole Middle East, or 80% of it at least, right? It's going to clean up Palestine. It's going to clean up Syria. It's going to clean up Lebanon, because Hezbollah and ISIS and Hamas, they don't have anyone backing them up if we clean up Iran, right? That by itself is big, dude.
We get zero talk about it. The New York Times had a story way in the back of the paper, a little story about it.
Exactly. Lady is saying, yes, Trump is reordering global power to be focused towards stability and peace. And I'm going to add growth to that. Yeah, and prosperity.
I think it's the biggest thing there is.
He's going to put Ayatollah in a box, bro. Like he said, I agree, dude.
When you talk about healthcare, drug prices will go down more than
what a day, bro.
ever.
What a day to be alive. What a time to be alive, you guys. What a time to be alive. We're cleaning up Iran. Bro, Persians never thought that we will see Iran get cleaned up in our lifetimes. We never thought that would happen. We weren't sure of it, that's for sure. But to see that get cleaned up, that means the whole Middle East gets cleaned up. To see Venezuela cleaned up, that means South America is getting cleaned up. Cuba's about to get cleaned up. Dude, how long has Cuba been running rampant, bro? Destroying their own people, keeping their people in poverty and I don't know what, just what a disaster Cuba has been for its own people. We're cleaning up, bro. Love it, AJ. Thank you, bro. Appreciate the update. But dude, Sahar says, I believe in him. I love it. We believe in him too. I'm glad you believe in him, and glad to have you. Thanks for joining. Dude, we are looking forward to a beautiful year ahead of us. Beautiful couple of years. Our Trump's foot is on the gas pedal. and we're chugging right along, dude. It's a beautiful thing. It's a great time to be alive. I'm just glad that it's happening in our lifetime, guys.
Before.
He's a great white hope. Should I hit the button on him? Should I hit the button?
The great white hope.
He is the great white hope.
The great white hope.
Let me hit this button too on you guys. There you go. Hit that one too. Let's go. He is the great white hope. You're looking at him, guys. This right here, this guy above us, this guy above me right here, he is the great white hope, guys. Absolutely.
The great white hope.
And I know Lisa says, come and clean up Australia, please. Oh, Trump, bro. If you were only able to get around to everything that everyone wanted, man. Oh, dude.
For any country, because we were priced at such a level that we were subsidizing the entire world, big place of the world. We were paying 10, 12, 13 times more than other countries. 13 times more, not 13%, 13 times more. A pill that was selling in London for $10 would sell in New York for $130. That's 13 times.
Guys, while we're listening to Trump, I'm looking for updates online to see if there's anything going down that we need to be aware of or pull up live right now. So let me just keep looking.
More than that even.
One country at a time,
But we
AJ, I
secured
agree.
most favored nations agreements to slash drug prices by as much as 300, 400, 500, and even 600%, including with Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Eli Lilly, Nova Nordisk, Gilead Sciences, EMD.
No president's done this stuff, guys. Lowering drug prices the way he's doing. And which one? Which drugs? The ones everyone cares about. The drugs everyone is hot about. He's out there cutting the prices down. He's everything you could imagine. He's reducing those. Dude, he's about to bro. He tackled the border. He tackled immigration, tackling crime, bro, the economy, dude, interest rates. I told you guys, anyone in finance, anyone in mortgage, anyone in any kind of thing that involves, dude, buying cars will be cheaper, lower interest rates, everything's cheaper. Everyone's dude, salesmen around the country are gonna do well. If you're in sales, if you have any kind of, if you're adjacent to any type of a sales type of a thing, dude, you're gonna do well. Put your seatbelt on. It's going to be a fun year, bro. It's going to be a good year. We're going to have a good time. Look at everything he's doing. It's crazy, bro. It's all, dude, cleaned up Venezuela, freed the people from the oppression. Guys, he's about to clean up, dude. Iran for the first, in 50 years, Iran was rotting under the Islamic Republic, garbage that was governing that country, dude. What a disaster that was. The guy's gonna clean it up. He's gonna clean it up. Insane, bro. Insane.
Serranio and many others. If you look at some of the prices that are coming down, where a price would come down $1,300 coming down to $87.
Totally agree, Sophia.
So something that was costing $1,300 is now costing $87. And the fake news doesn't want to write about it. That's why I do this. I don't like to do this, to be honest with you. But I do it because got to get the word out. We signed one big, beautiful bill. I call it the Great Big Beautiful Bill, delivering the largest tax cuts in history. No tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime.
By the way, guys, I'm sure you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, Trump's Air Force One, they did a U-turn. So they were going to go to this summit or whatever this thing is to go talk to these other nations that are doing nothing, really. And on the way there, partway there, they turned around and went back. So Trump is back in D.C. And so something might be going down soon, you guys. Something might happen soon. We might see action sooner than we think.
We made interest on car loans tax deductible for U.S. built automobiles only. So if you buy an automobile built in the United States, we're not doing it.
Here, if you haven't seen it, this is what I'm talking about right here. So you can see the plane. You could see this stuff kind of moving, coming back around. Let me see the sound. That's just the sound of the airplane. But you can see the flight went out, and it did a U-turn, and it came back. So he's back to home base. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that.
For Germany and Canada and different places. We're doing it only if it's built here. We want them to be built here.
Clean up South Africa.
A lot of the Canadian auto plants are closing and they're moving into the United States. Same thing with Mexico, same thing with Germany, and same thing with Japan and other countries. They're moving into the United States because of tariffs. Because they don't want to pay the tariffs. It's too much. They can't pay the tariffs. So they're coming here. Nothing different than what other smart countries did. But it works better for us. Under my leadership.
Yeah, bro. B-2 bombers. That's a beautiful thing, bro. It's beautiful.
It's not done properly, but it's done properly. We have, again, more plants being built than at any time in the history of our country.
I love that.
Passed the largest spending cuts in American history, and that was true in my first. We had a tremendous first term also. We rebuilt our military. We had one of the best. We had the best economy in the history of our country. But we're blowing it away now. When this stuff starts opening up, you're not going to see anything like it probably ever again.
I love it.
We slashed the federal budget.
I said it earlier. I'll say it again. We have a great year ahead of us. This 2026. I mean, let's not even talk about. We're not even going to even get into 2027, 2028, 2020, but 2026 this year. Wow, we have a great year ahead of us, dude. And I think it's going to start very soon with liberation of the Iranian people. And when that government, that terrorist government, tyrannical terrorist government is gone out of Iran, it's going to clean up Syria. It's going to clean up Lebanon. It's going to clean up all of those surrounding Arab countries. The Palestine, bro. It's going to clean all. Dude, there's no more funding. No more Iran to support these terrorist groups, bro. It's going to be fantastic.
Deficit by 27% in a single year. Think of that, 27. You could do it 2%, yep. 1%, 0.5%, 27%. And that's with all of the things we have to do, all of the people we have to put on the payroll to get rid of people that are murderers. Again, when you see people in Minnesota that are murderers, these people are fighting to keep them there. And I say to Christie and to Tom Homan, the great people, they're working so hard. Look at the border. The border is now secure. First time, Biden said you couldn't do it. You need legislation. I had no legislation. I said close the border. Within 1 month, we had almost
It's a beautiful thing, Corina. We're cleaning house, dude. It's a beautiful thing.
Nobody coming in. Now for the last 8 months, nobody came into our country illegally. And I find that hard to believe because you'd think somebody, because it used to be millions of people just poured into our country. And the people that do that are Democrat sort of aligned. So, I mean, they're not doing me any favors. We had nobody come in. We have a very strong border. We have very few people coming up. They're not going to make the trek because they know they probably won't be coming in. So it's not as hard as you think. But I didn't have to go back. Remember, they said, we need legislation to close the border. They had millions of people coming in a month. We have nobody coming in. And we're getting the murderers out. Murderers, people from prisons and jails. Many countries opened up their prisons and dropped them into the United States. Those are the people we're getting out. And we have a lot of heart. And I said, you got to lighten up on this. We have a lot of heart for people. They came in illegally, but they're good people and they're working now.
What is this? Look at this. What the hell? Look at this.
Interdimensional beings who are visiting us. Can you just explain more to people? You're on the record talking about, quote.
Now, just so you guys know, this is Anna Paulina Luna. She's a congresswoman. And she's saying that there's interdimensional beings and that are real. So let's listen in.
You're on the record talking about, quote, non-human life forms that could be interdimensional beings who are visiting us. Can you just explain more to people at home what that might mean?
Yeah, so that's definitely a mouthful, but that is directly based on information that we've received from witnesses, also information that we have obtained and witnessed via our investigations. There's some stuff that I can't disclose of what I have immediately seen in some of these skiffs, but what I will tell you is this is not just some crazy conspiracy theory. Obviously, there's been massive reporting, not just in the United States, but around the world. And this is something that I think everyone kind of, has always had some curiosity about. We're just simply asking the questions now publicly.
You're on the record talking about, quote, non...
Pretty interesting, guys. Pretty interesting. And then in Instagram, I got a couple people. They're saying, clean up Iran first. Ayatollah are gland of cancer in Middle East and all around the world. Yep, I agree with that for sure. Clean up Iran. And then Sophia says, I think in the future, helping these countries will also help less illegal immigration. Do you think so? 100%. If their countries were doing better, people would be way more likely to stay in their own countries. A lot of people left Iran in the last 50 years because these crazy Islamic Ayatollah psychos have been terrorizing Iranian people in their own country. And so everyone's been like, dude, what are we doing here? Let's leave. We can be successful, have a family. Our kids will live and prosper in America or anywhere else, really. So 100%, if we clean up, help these countries have better governments and clean themselves up, they're going to be more likely to stay in their own countries and help their own. Dude, they need to help their own countries. Persians all left Iran. And, rightfully so. They were getting killed and imprisoned and just for like normal showing their hair and like being normal. When it comes time for the liberation of Iran, yes, once that happens, you're going to have more Iranians going back to Iran, and they'll be able to help to improve the economy of their own country and the education, just overall wealth, being like all kinds of wealth, not just money, but like all kinds of different wealth with the art and music and you name it.
Unhuman.
But there you go. We got Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna, which we like on this channel. She's great. We love her. And by the way, she's hot. She has a MAGA bikini that she wears once in a while. That's really I'll show you if you haven't seen it. Anna Paulina Luna. Let's just go like this. Here you go. This is Anna Paulina Luna. Here, watch. I'll just do MAGA bathing suit. It's already there. Look, MAGA bathing suit. There you go. There's Anna Paulina Luna in the MAGA bathing suit. And so we got that going too, guys. So here we go.
On farms, and they're working in luncheonettes and hotels and all. And we're looking to get the criminals out right now, the criminals. And I think it's very important. Every once in a while you see a story, we take somebody. He should be out because they came in illegally. So in theory, they should be. But we're focused on the murderers.
I got my protein shake. I just got back from the gym, so I got to make sure I get enough protein.
The drug dealers, the mentally insane. We have a lot of mentally insane killers. You can't even talk to them. It'd be nice if you could have a little reason, but you can't even reason. These are...
And I tell you guys all the time, make sure you're going to the gym. Make sure you're getting physical activity. Make sure you're working out your body and your brain. Learn new things. Jump on YouTube sometimes and just learn some new shit. And go to the gym and make sure you're working out or whatever. Go for a walk, go for a jog, something. Break a sweat, something.
Seriously ill people. You have a couple of countries where they were loaded up. Their mental institutions and insane asylums were loaded to the gills. They couldn't get... They're empty now. But they're filling up because we're bringing them all back. We know where they came from.
Yep.
And every country accepts them. Under Biden, they wouldn't take... They had so little respect that they'd bring them there and they wouldn't take them. They said, get the hell out of here. They would be bringing a plane in to land in a country, and they'd put 5 planes on the runway so you couldn't land the plane. So they'd come back with the people that they were bringing back. They don't do that with me. They do that with me, they have problems. They don't do it. They accept them back.
That.
They're not happy about it, but they accept them back.
I
Cut a
love
record number of regulations. I promised to eliminate 10 old regulations for every one new regulation. Instead, we cut 129 old regulations for each one added. Think of that.
Wow.
I wanted to do 10. In my first 4 years, I did. When we put on a new regulation, you had to cut 8. This year, I said you have to cut 10. Instead, we cut 129. So every time, so far, can't
Lovely.
remain like that. I don't imagine. I hope I can, because we have so much wasted regulation.
Music to my
Stupid
ears.
regulations. Regulations where they go by California, which is a disaster state, where the
California, guys, we got a lot of work to do, and I'm gonna go out of my way. I'm gonna try to figure out what the hell's going on with our voting, because I don't know how we have Gavin Newsom here, which for what seems like an eternity, and we're sick and tired of it. Gavin Newsom's term is up in January of 2027, so next year. That's the second term as a governor, but he was a deputy governor, or whatever we call the person that's under the governor. He's been running our state for like almost my whole lifetime, bro. It feels like it's crazy. So we're tired of it. I want to get to the bottom of it. And even at the very least, if I can make sure that we don't fall into the same trap of, not being able to actually vote for a governor. So if we want a different governor, we should be able to vote, and it should be able to count, and it should be able to work. So I don't think it is, but we're going to get to the bottom of it and go from there. Guys, I'm going to call it a night. It's 10 o'clock, 10:10 in Southern California, and I'm sure it's later everywhere else. And, I think YouTube and whatnot is doing some kind of shadow banning or some kind of banning, because we are not in the big whole live thing where we just go and we got thousands of people watching live with us. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and we're going to do another one tomorrow. Thank you guys, and appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next live. Have a good night. Bye, guys.